All right. So the next guy that was the next highest up on that list in terms of cap hit was Devin Bush. $6 million was what he cost on the cap this past season. And drop in the chat, man. Want him back? Yes or no? And let us know. This is a tough one, man. Obviously, high pedigree dude, first round draft pick here. We declined his option. Up and down tenure here in Pittsburgh, man. You know how it go. Up and down. Promising early on. Injured. The recovery. Too soon, not soon. Desire, who knows. And then this past season started out really good. I still think he played well. It was just to the point where the team wanted to start going in a different direction. It happens. If they see the same thing for too long and they don't like what they're seeing, they go in a different direction. I just think in this scenario, man, it's probably best for both parties to split different direction. Because I do think for Devin, man, maybe a place where it's not as intense in terms of how we view the Steelers, in terms of Steelers football. Like very similar when we talk Chase Claypool. Sometimes change of scenery is just better, where it's a little bit lesser on you, is lesser on the expectations for you. And that could help him, just revitalize his situation, man, and get back on to, I'm sure where he would like to have been career-wise. But that's kind of how I feel about Devin, man. I would definitely say change the scenery, man.
You see his tweets during the Jaguars game?
I did not. I've heard, though, he said something along the lines of like he wants a former player as his coach.
He didn't say once. He just threw that statement out there, playing for a former NFL player, and then just threw a little thought emoji next to it.
Yeah.
Just so happened the Jaguars were playing.
Yeah.
Doug Peterson's head coach.
Said,
used to play in the NFL.
It's if you're sending the signal to Jacksonville, cool.
His dad played in the NFL.
Yeah, if you're sending the signal to Jacksonville, it's cool, but you're also cutting off a lot of these other organizations that don't have a coach that play in the NFL. That's all the parts you got to remember. And when you're talking Jacksonville, Chad Moment did his thing out there. I like Chad, man. Shout out to him. And you still got Devin Lloyd, who was obviously did not play as much this year, but he's another ultra athletic guy that would be very similar to this Devin going down there, be the athlete type of player. You know what I mean?
He should be thinking about Detroit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Go back to Michigan.
And it's a low profile place, man. Go low profile.
Do they run the 4-3 as well? Because we talked, or TG's brought it up. I think you might have talked about it too.
He's definitely a 4-3 dude, though. Yeah,
better fit for him, maybe.
Yeah, any 4-3 spot. I'm even thinking. I know New York is a big media market, but I'm like Giants, like bro.
Yeah, their linebackers suck.
Yeah, because I'm like in New York with the Jets, you still got CJ over there, like
Dable. He didn't play in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, when you say that statement, I'm like, bro,
he was thinking about it.
You cutting some people
he didn't
off
say
like that. Yeah.
A definitive. I need this to happen.
Yeah, like
he was pondering it.
If I can get him in a 4-3, I like it, man. I like him a lot.
I'm with you. I think it's just best to move on. I think this linebacker room is going to be a little bit too crowded for Devin Bush, and then it's just almost like, what's the point if we obviously showed our hand a little bit as the season went on with giving Mark Robinson more snaps. Robert Spillane getting 100% of the snaps. Like, okay, we could bring Devin Bush back on maybe a team friendly deal. Like, only $3 million, but it's just like, what's the point? We could use that $3 million elsewhere.
And I also think of the dynamic, and this is something that Vince talked about on the show as well when he said he went from, in terms of why he came back and then did the I'm a play, then he retired at the end. And he said, man, I'm going from being the high-paid guy, being the full-time starter, to now you want me to take less and come back and compete with a dude. And then if it flips out and then y'all put me back out there, now I'm doing the exact same role but for less, I could see Devin feeling the same way. Devin has been a starter here. Now you talk about Devin come back, take less, and compete with a Mark Robinson and a Robert Spillane. No slight to them, but if you're a first-round draft pick, you feel some type of way when they put an undrafteds in front of you or late-round draft picks in front of you.
Maybe not.
With him, you're right. Maybe not.
It's good he got some time.
You're
good
right.
He got some reps.
You're right. Typically, that's how it's viewed, but you're right. With him, it might be different. Hence the reason why I said maybe a change of scenery is best, man.